Hello friends, welcome to Friday Fire. Hope you're having a great day. Coming to you today from Kilgores, Kenya, where we are wrapping up the final day of our pastor's training for this session. And it has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. There have been over 100 pastors who have registered and been in attendance for this session of the Maasai Vocational Training Institute, the pastor's training that we established several years ago here in southwest Kenya. And I want to say thank you from the very outset to all of our friends and all of the partners of Revival Now Ministries. God has given us, to echo what Paul told the Corinthian church, God has given us an effectual and an open door. And there are many adversaries. And in spite of all the challenges that we have faced during this week, these last 3 weeks of outreach here in Kenya, hundreds of people have come to the Lord. We saw one man get up out of a wheelchair and walk in Lodwar, Kenya, in a crusade that we conducted there. And of course, the leaders, the pastors, the Sunday school teachers, the apostles, prophets, the evangelists, those that are in the fivefold ministry in every place we have been over the last 3 weeks, God has given us a supernatural visitation, not because we think that we're important, but because God cares about people, and God in this hour is wanting to encourage leaders with a supernatural touch from heaven. In fact, when I was on the plane coming here, just earlier this month, this is the scripture that God gave me to be the theme of this outreach that we have done in Kenya this time. In Isaiah 45 and verse 8, God said, or the prophet said, "Drop down, you heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the earth open, and let them bring forth salvation, and let righteousness spring up together. I, the Lord, have created it." Now, many people say that we have been experiencing an open heaven since the death of Jesus and his resurrection. Especially since his resurrection, there has been an open heaven. And I will agree with that to a certain extent. But there is something supernatural when God gives a season of refreshing, or a season of outpouring, or what I call a season of an open heaven. I believe 2 Chronicles 7, 13 and 14 are very clear that there can be seasons in which God closes the heaven. Because in 2 Corinthians 7:13, God told Solomon, "If I shut the heaven, that there be no rain. If I command the locusts to devour the land, if I send pestilence among my people, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, I will hear from heaven, I will forgive their sin, and I will heal their land." There is something supernatural that takes place when God opens the heavens in a greater measure. I believe that they will pour down righteousness. And as God said here in Isaiah 45 and 8, "Then let the earth be open, and let them bring forth salvation, and let righteousness spring up together." When God begins to give you a special season of an open heaven in your life, salvation will come down, a special measure of freedom, of deliverance, of healing, of joy, of victory, but it's all intended to make a deposit of righteousness that will spring up out of our lives, that will move us out into a lost and dying world to declare that Jesus is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So thank you for your giving. Thank you for your love. Thank you for everything you have done to make this pastor's training and these days of outreach in Kenya a phenomenal success. Go to our website, revivalnow.org. There's a complete schedule listing. There is our blog page. We've got some reports that we've done from Kenya, and even several trips that we've taken here just in the last few months. There's our newsletter, and of course our Friday Fire video is available to you at revivalnow.org. Until next time, this is Brother David saying I love you, and may you be blessed and highly favored in the Lord.